One of the great things about Namibia is that a low human population means less pressure on Africa's unique wildlife. And we're heading to some of the best bush locations on the continent. A big bull elephant. These males are real loners, traveling the land looking for food and females.
And you'd be crazy not to stop. These blokes are powerful enough to go anywhere they want. And besides, I want to get a closer look.
That's a big elephant. As big as I've ever seen. And these desert elephants grow taller than any others. See how he's got his ears right out? Not real big tusks. It's because they do it hard out here in the desert. Real hard. It's tough terrain. And both of his tusks are quite worn down. That white splattering that he's got all over himself, he must have scored some mud from somewhere and spurted it all over himself, and it's dried, caked in the sun. Did you see that? He's grumpy. He's real grumpy. You see when he gets his ears out like that and that bit of a mock? Elephants will generally have a mock charge first before they do some serious charging. Now he's just demonstrating to me how he can kick a chunk of thorn out and eat it.
We've stopped fairly close to a water hole, and that's probably where this big male found the mud to squirt over his body. He probably isn't the only wild animal nearby, so Steve's moving down closer to see what else he can find. So that's how an elephant scratches an itchy foot. Always wondered about that.
This should do the job.
It's a large family group, all adult females and juveniles, with a few adolescents that are close to being fully grown. This waterhole's fed by a natural spring, and it's one of the few places around here where there's permanent water. Aren't they just so cute, especially the little babies? And don't they love the water? Such big creatures and so playful. They really know how to enjoy life. A herd of elephants has nothing to fear from any other animal, except another herd of elephants. A playful afternoon turns to fear as a rival family group moves in, and the new matriarch chases the first family out of the water and away from the spring. One of them's down, fallen heavily on the rocks, and the rest of the herd races back to help, agitated and upset by the fall. They're not going anywhere as long as one of the family's in trouble. The juvenile elephant struggles and thrashes its legs. Luckily, its aunt comes back and, using her magnificent, powerful trunk, manages to lift the juvenile up to its feet, and it moves on with the herd. This sense of family is so amazing. No matter what the danger, they stick together and protect each other. This family bond is so special and so moving. There are all kinds of species attracted by the water, and Steve spotted something big camouflaged in the trees. It's an adult bull eland, the biggest antelope species in the world. These guys can weigh almost a ton and can easily jump over each other. What an awesome animal. And here's something even more powerful, a group of 3 white rhinos.
And I'm confident that I'll be able to move right up to them as long as they know I'm there. You just don't want to scare a rhino.
You're all right, girls.
I got to talk to them and let them know I'm coming.
I haven't got real good eyesight, so as long as I keep talking, they'll know where I am and we'll be just fine. You can see how all 3 of them got their ears propped right towards me. And it looks like 2 females and a male. That's snorting. That's a sign of defense. You know, she doesn't want me getting any closer. And given that these rhinos be nearly 2 ton in weight and can run quicker than I can on this riverbed, I'll hold my ground right here. They're trying to avoid the heat of the day. Come down into the riverbed where there's a lot more moisture, use the shade of these big trees. Huge, great horn. There's no way knowing I could get this close to black rhino. The whites are really non-aggressive. Is it all right? Muscular, super muscular. They got a gestation period of about 18 months, which means they can't reproduce quick enough to keep up with the rate that poachers are taking them out. And they're herbivores. They have to eat great quantities of vegetation to sustain such a big, bulky animal.
Steve has a real gift with wildlife, almost a sixth sense that allows him to get into close proximity to really dangerous animals the average person shouldn't even try. Even this ostrich is remarkably approachable when Steve uses all of his bush skills. This is the biggest bird in the world, flightless but fast, 8 feet tall, 300 pounds, with a top running speed of 40 miles an hour, and they can lash out with a mighty kick that could easily break any bone in Steve's body.
Tracks. Cat tracks. Big cat tracks. One of the most feared of the big cats.
Leopard. Really secretive. I think that's about all I'm going to get is a fleeting glimpse. Oh, hey, you see that? Snake. Oh, here he is. Looks like a Bibron's, which is a burrowing asp. Bibron's burrowing asp. They're venomous, and they cause quite a few bites throughout southern and eastern Africa because people stand on them. What a little beauty. Isn't he gorgeous? Hey? Got a real small head, beady eyes because they're predominantly nocturnal. And they've got an incredible spine on the end of their tail. See that spine on the end of his tail? He's digging it into me. He doesn't like me. Oh. And that's about all we're going to see of him. I'll just put his rocks back. Beautiful.
This area's got everything, from the biggest of Africa's dangerous animals right down to the smallest.
Here you go. Come on, mate. Have a look at this. Nice scorpion. I'm in no danger either. You can see he's got his stinger all curled up there. I might add, it's a long, sharp stinger. And he'd have enough poison to immobilise his prey, which would be insects. Look at the power in those pincers. Big, strong, heavy-duty pincers designed to grip to anything he wants to eat. There's a lot of animals that eat these. All of your little carnivores, all of the insectivores will eat these scorpions. They run in, chomp them up really quickly, kill and eat them. Nice one, really nice. Now you can see his stinger. Look at that. What a beauty. Okay, mate, here you go.